This is the Black Bean Enchilada Casserole.
Yes.
So why don't you start with our enchilada sauce?
For sure. So we are going to start with the sauce. Now, you can buy it. I'm not going to say you can't, but you already have the ingredients in your house, in your pantry, so why not make it?
Well, and I think people don't realize is like they hear enchilada sauce is like there's a little bit of a panic. It's like I need all these special ingredients.
Yeah, no.
Not so much.
No, not so much. And you can always make it ahead of time, put it in the fridge or even the freezer. It lasts for up to 3 months in an airtight container in the freezer.
Which is awesome.
So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so we have some onions sauteing here. I'm gonna go ahead and add some spices, which is cumin and chili powder and all those good.
Yeah, and this is really the main thing about the enchilada sauce is that you've got the spices. It's not, you know, that's the big thing. So you use cumin and what else is in there?
Chili powder and just some salt and of course some garlic.
Gotta have that.
Yep, and you're gonna stir that until it gets fragrant. And once it's gotten fragrant in about 30 seconds, you just add your liquids. Now,
fragrant alert.
Careful, I don't want to splatter. But we got some tomato sauce here.
Okay, and this is just like puree.
Yeah. Easily canned goods here.
Okay.
And then we've got some water.
Just to kind of thin it out a little bit.
Thin it out a little bit.
Now this actually thickens.
Yes.
And it doesn't take very long.
No, I'm gonna add some oregano and garlic powder just here at the end there. There we go. Give it a good stir. When it comes to the simmer, it'll take about 5 minutes and then it'll thicken and then you're good to go. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yeah.
Enchilada sauce, boom.
Yeah, boom,
there you go.
done.
So yeah, about 5 minutes gonna thicken up. So we're just gonna let that sit here for a second and cook up. And now we're gonna move on to actually building this delicious this casserole.
All right, so we have our 9x13 casserole here. I'm gonna bring up the beans, which is really the star of the dish.
Da-da-da.
So we're using black beans today. I've got 1 can in the bowl already and I've mashed them with a potato masher. So I've got 1 can here. I'm adding another one that's mixed with a can of corn.
Okay.
And the corn adds a really nice sweetness, I find.
So again, these can be, we can pre-soak and use the dry beans, but you've used canned ones here.
I've used canned ones here just because it is just a little bit easier sometimes.
Yeah, quick, right?
And then I've got some bell peppers. Again, I've got orange and yellow here, but if you've got red or green or whatever you've got, add it. All right, so give that a good mix. And this is gonna be like your filling for the casserole.
And as you alluded to earlier, this is not, because like there's actually an enchilada recipe that I have been making for my kids with black beans for years, but this is a bit different. This is not, we're not actually making
enchiladas, which I think can frighten people off because it seems like so much work, but you know what? It's not.
It's really not.
It's really not. And this is just so much fun. It's easy to get the family involved in this as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave you in charge of the cheese, which is really the best part. So I'm going to hand you that. And we're going to start with some sauce on the bottom here. And this is exactly the same.
That's the same.
Yeah.
Okay. And we don't have to grease the pan or anything like that because we're doing this.
Already done.
Yeah.
So
it's done. Okay.
We're going to just add, I would say about 1/2 cup, just to, you know, cover the bottom.
Okay. And this is not like, you can't do this wrong because there's a few processes I should say, or steps. And it's like when I'm making the one that I do, it's like, okay, well, it's like, what do I put this on first or that on first? And so you got the sauce and then you've got your tortillas. Okay.
And I like on the bottom one just to cover all 4 corners. So you get a little bit up the side and kind of holds everything in.
It's time for cheese?
Not quite yet, but we do have some more sauce here. The recipe makes about 3 cups, which is just exactly what you need for the recipe.
Okay, awesome.
So once we've got that second layer of sauce down, I'm gonna do
cheese?
some of our filling here, about half the filling.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do this in 2 layers. So do that, make sure you get into the corners, and now we can cheese.
So how much of this do we use, like for each step? And I guess the main thing is that you have some cheese left over for the top. That's the main thing.
That is the main thing.
I always find I'm shredding more as like, I think I've done enough. It's like, no, a little more.
I'm definitely guilty of that myself, especially when I'm cooking with my husband. But like, honestly, however much cheese you want, like, go for it. Then we're gonna do another layer. And here, I'm just gonna use 2 tortillas and it covers it nicely.
Yeah, and then you've already got the ones on the bottom that sort of, have that base.
Yeah, it's holding it all together.
Yeah,
so we're gonna add some more sauce.
Okay. If you are at any point confused, you can always check the website. We have all of the recipes there for you all the time, greattastemb.ca. So what's next? Go to the website.
Yeah.
They're there all the time.
Right. And then we're gonna do the rest of our bean mixture.
And so this is like a really fantastic, again, make ahead. You make it at the start of the week. You've got like, you know, something to sort of eat off of for the rest of the week, assuming it doesn't go really quick, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, you can also make it ahead and freeze it, and then you've got something in the freezer for one of those nights where you just can't think.
This is it now, right?
Yeah.
This is the last.
Well, keep some for the top. We got another tortillas and then sauce and then
why don't you fire those on there? You can get the tortillas going here.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah,
More
go for
cheese?
it. Nope.
Okay.
We'll save it.
All right.
Because we want to show everybody. We've got one in the oven. We want to bring out what it looks like at the very end.
All right.
Okay.
A bit more. There we go. All right, let's top this baby
Yeah,
up.
it's a beauty. It's a total beauty.
All right, and so this is going to go into the oven at 375 for about 45 minutes. I would say bake uncovered. That way the cheese gets nice and bubbly and melty.
I like it. Okay,
All
so
right,
yes, we've got one we want to show everybody.
You're going to pull that baby out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this is going to go in.
Check it out. Check it out. We've got Black Bean Enchilada Casserole, just like that, simple. When we come back, we have our chicken and red kidney bean skillet right here on Great Taste of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by Manitoba's farmers and ranchers. Local farms, local foods.